Hey guys, we're back. We are in a different place today. My parents went out of town, so we're taking care of my sister for the week. And sorry if Ethan is a little nasally. He's been sick. We've both been sick, but
Yeah, the
yay!
flu.
On today's episode, we're going to be talking about a couple things. We're actually not talking about Charlie Kirk today or the shooting. But we are going to be talking about Trump and the Tylenol fiasco. We're going to be talking about how Jimmy Kimmel got reinstated and then also the ICE building shooting in Dallas. So, all that and more today. So, starting off, Trump versus Tylenol. Okay. Trump came out and said, basically, I'm not going to quote him, but he just said, try your best not to take Tylenol while pregnant.
Fight like heck.
Yeah. And I don't think that's a bad thing. Like, who cares if you can't take Tylenol while pregnant, you know?
Yeah, it's not the end of the world. There's always different options.
Exactly. And I think he didn't say specifically don't ever take Tylenol while pregnant. He said consult with your physician, and he also said to take it in moderation, right? And so it wasn't like a crazy thing that he said. He just said that there have been links from Tylenol and autism. And not even only autism, just neuro can
Neurological conditions and
neurological. That's the word.
yeah,
Yes,
autism, ADHD, all that kind of stuff.
absolutely. So, I did a little bit of research. This is actually from the White House website, and it said that 8.1% in the Nurses' Health Study 2 were diagnosed with ADHD after the mother took Tylenol during pregnancy. And that's out of 8,856 children, 721 were diagnosed with ADHD. Very, very small percentage, right? But that one is one where they didn't keep up with the children. They just got the statistic from the mothers.
So we don't know.
So we don't know, right?
It's not a very well done study.
Absolutely. And then another study says in the Boston birth cohort study, of 996 participants, 257 children, which is 25.8%, were diagnosed with ADHD only, right? So that's a big chunk.
About 25.8%.
Yeah. Only 66, which is 6.6%, were diagnosed with autism. That's kind of a small percentage, right? I don't think necessarily that it's as much of
A Tylenol issue, more of it's kind of it has some kind of correlation with something else that they could be taking.
exactly.
But it's interesting to see that when Tylenol is involved, the numbers do seem to
They
add up.
do, absolutely.
But we're not saying like Tylenol is a bad thing, but consult with your doctor before you take it. But there does seem to be some kind of correlation between Tylenol and maybe some other substance that could be being taken or some other
Absolutely.
lifestyle that's going on that
Absolutely.
can be causing this.
Yeah, and then 42 children, which is 4.2%, were diagnosed both with autism and ADHD. And then 304, which is 30.5%, had other developmental disabilities. And only 327, which is 32.8%, were neurotypical. So, more than half of the kids in this study were not neurotypical after their mom had taken Tylenol during pregnancy. That's a big number.
But then again,
We don't know.
we don't know if it's solely because
Exactly.
of Tylenol. There could
Exactly.
be other things, and Tylenol is just kind of the like playing the devil's advocate. Tylenol could be completely innocent in this, and it's maybe activating something else.
Yeah, it could be.
But there doesn't seem to be that many tests being done at this point to know for sure.
Well, and I think the bottom line is that Trump wasn't saying don't ever take it. He was saying take it at the lowest dose. This is actually what he said. He said use the lowest effective dose for the shortest time possible.
It's funny to see that when Trump says something, it's immediately taken out of context by the other side of the aisle. And, I mean, didn't someone literally die from overdosing on Tylenol?
That's what we're going to get into. So, there have been so many women making TikToks showing off that they're taking Tylenol while pregnant just to show off that they're going against Trump.
Just to spite him.
And it's like, he doesn't care.
Yeah, you guys aren't making a difference.
It's your child. If there's even a percentage, if there's even a chance that there's a link between taking Tylenol while pregnant and your kid getting developmental disabilities or, neurological issues, wouldn't you want to make sure that it's not going to happen to your baby?
I just want to be sure, in case this ever gets big someday, which we don't know if that's going to happen, but just in case, we need to make it clear. We do not want people who have ADHD or autism to not be in society.
I have
her whole family
horrifying ADHD.
Yeah. We're just saying it's the parents.
But wouldn't you rather want your kid to be neurotypical than have autism?
Yeah.
It's a hard thing to deal with. I mean, I've got a brother who has autism, and he struggles.
He can't live by himself, and
he lives by himself, but he needs help.
Yeah, he can't work a normal job like the rest of us.
No.
And so, again, we love those people. Those
Absolutely.
are our family. But it's just, why would you willingly make a child's life harder?
Exactly.
But then again, playing the devil's advocate, we don't really know if it's strictly Tylenol's fault. It could be some other drug or some other biological issue that's going on. But it's just become apparent as these studies have gone on that there is clearly a link between Tylenol and those neurodivergent issues.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so now I saw a video that it was this lady who she was some kind of healthcare professional, and she got a call from this woman's husband, and he was saying, she's unresponsive, blah, 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 and turns out that she's actually going to pass away. Like, there's nothing they can do. She's going to pass away because she's taken too much Tylenol.
It's just this insanity. Why are you so willing? Yeah. Why are you trying so hard to spite the president when he doesn't care?
Yeah. Exactly.
You're not making a difference. You're making a fool of yourself.
Exactly. Yeah, and then Tylenol actually tweeted back in 2017, they said, quote, "We actually don't recommend using any of our products while pregnant," end quote.
And we did fact check that because I did doubt the existence of that, but it turned out to be true.
It is true. They did clarify the tweet and said that what they meant was to ask a healthcare professional before taking while pregnant.
Yeah, if you have any doubts on whether you should take Tylenol or not, ask your healthcare physician. They know much more than we do, and they probably know much more than the president does about this kind of stuff.
Absolutely. Okay, moving on, we are going to talk about Kimmel. Yay!
He got reinstated. Yay. So our segment on our last episode aged like milk.
Yeah. So what happened was that 400 plus celebrities actually signed the ACLU's open letter that was condemning his suspension. I meant to look up what the ACLU stands for, but I can't remember what it is. So these people include Selena Gomez, who we all remember when she said, "All my people are getting deported and I can't do anything."
All those fake tears on, what was it, TikTok Live?
Yeah, something.
As it's why do they worship celebrities? They always say eat the rich, but the rich are the ones that are benefiting the most from this.
Exactly. And then Olivia Rodrigo, she's kind of fizzled out. Like, she was popular for a second, but she's really fizzled out. Weird Al, that's a little weird, but
I like him.
I like
his.
I like Weird Al.
Amish Paradise.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
absolutely. But that's kind of weird that he got involved politically. Meryl Streep, we all know that she's a liberal. Ethan's favorite, Lin-Manuel Miranda.
So it's kind of an inside joke. I actually have, what is it called? An unjustified hatred of Lin-Manuel Miranda. I just don't think he's a very good actor or musician or writer.
Yeah. And then Tom Hanks, also very liberal.
Which is sad, because I adore Tom Hanks.
Me too.
But I'm still going to adore his work, even though he's
absolutely. And then Jennifer Aniston, also fairly liberal. But anyways, so what happened is that they decided that his remarks about
Charlie Kirk's
death were too bad, right? And the FCC actually was going to go in and be like, whoa, you need to fix something and change something. And so I think that's why they fired him. But then lots and lots of people
they were saying it was an attack on freedom of speech, but let's remember back in Trump's first presidency when everybody was trying to ban him from Twitter.
Yeah.
Isn't that kind of the same thing?
They did ban him from Twitter.
Yeah, they banned him from Twitter.
I mean, that's not just a guy who 12 people watch his show, you know?
Yeah, no offense to Jimmy Kimmel, but nobody watches your show.
Of the United States. Like, and so, but what happened was that the FCC tried to take action against him, and then a lot of, like, right-wing people actually went against it. I know Candace Owens went against it, Ben Shapiro went against it. They all said, you know what, this actually is kind of taking away freedom of speech, which I kind of agree with.
It's kind of a mixed topic, because personally, I don't think Jimmy Kimmel... I think that the late night TV category is pretty much dead.
Yeah, it's pretty dead.
It's... Nobody watches anymore. None of our generation watches anymore, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And I don't think my parents watch it. And then
my parents don't.
The only people that I know who watch it is my grandma, and she turns it on just for white noise.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's a very quickly dying segment. There's a reason why Stephen Colbert was removed, and that was because his ratings were terrible.
Yeah.
It's not profitable for these companies to have these late night TVs open.
Absolutely. I do believe that he should be allowed to share his beliefs and use free speech on his show without the government butting in. But at the same time, if he does decide to share his beliefs and share his political whatever agenda on the air live, he has to justify it to, what is it, ABC? I think it's ABC. I don't remember. But he has to justify it to the network and to Disney, right? If they want to fire him, great, fire him. I don't care. I don't watch him.
I mean, he's not making them that much money.
He's really not.
And it's like, okay, let's ask yourselves this. People who are listening or watching, when was the last time you actually watched late night TV?
And laughed.
Yeah. It's a dying segment.
It's just not funny.
It's not. And even though removing him was kind of removing his freedom of speech, what he said wasn't funny. It wasn't clever.
No.
It was insensitive and just completely unnecessary.
Well, and another thing that kind of pissed me off was that when he got his show back and he did his first show after getting it back, he never once said sorry. Never said
he
sorry.
He whipped out the crocodile
he
tears
did multiple times.
And was saying how Charlie's wife, he was saying how Erica Kirk, who is the wife of the husband who he openly slandered and just made a joke about his death on national TV, how he was saying that she is a true Christian and how he's a true Christian too, and all this kind of stuff. Yeah. And it was just so nauseating.
It was gross.
Who believes this guy?
Well, and he never said sorry. All he said was, that was not my intention.
Sure, Jimmy. Sure.
Like, the least you could do was apologize to at least Erica.
Yeah. You made a completely insensitive comment that was completely baseless.
Disgusting. Okay. Next, this might be kind of a short episode, by the way.
I've got a job interview.
Yeah, Ethan has a job interview, so...
Just kind of get the timing right.
Anyways, so, our next thing is about the ICE building shooting in Dallas. Okay, so, I guess this guy just was... They categorized him as a sniper. He was on the roof of another building. I can't remember what his name was. I think his last name was John or Jan or something like that. But he was on the roof of another building, and he decided to open fire on the ICE building. And they said that it was obvious that it wasn't targeted at one area, that he wanted to hit anywhere he could. And that's disgusting, right?
It's these... Well, I don't think it made it in the notes, but another shooting happened yesterday.
Yes. And I was going to talk about that too.
Oh, well.
We'll talk about that after. Anyways, so he killed one person. It was a detainee. It wasn't even an ICE agent. He screwed up his target. He hit someone he didn't mean to hit.
Yeah.
And, sorry, my mom is texting. And he injured two others. And then I believe he killed himself.
Yeah.
Right? And then on Cash Patel. Yeah. He tweeted and showed a picture of the bullet casings.
And they all had anti-ICE writings on it.
It actually was etched with the words anti-ICE. And so it's obvious that it was politically motivated and that he hated ICE and he wanted to kill the agents. You know what? He screwed up. He killed innocent people.
Yeah. And then he took his own life.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make sense.
It's like the same thing with the Charlie Kirk shooter. Okay, he took Charlie, but I mean, if we look at Charlie's Instagram, he went from, what was it,
I can't remember. I think it was like 1.3
Yeah, 1.3 million followers to now having
13.8.
Yeah, 13.8 million followers. So, if anything,
he failed.
Charlie's movement went up by 12 million.
A lot. Like,
it's like, I don't know what Tyler was thinking, but he clearly wasn't thinking that hard.
Exactly.
Because we won.
Yeah, we absolutely won.
It's not looking good for the other side, because they keep having these random people who do these politically motivated things, and then either in the ICE shooting, completely miss your target and hit someone who you're trying to fight for.
Exactly.
And not get any of the agents that you wanted to get rid of. And then in Tyler's thing, congrats, you just radicalized the rest of us, or you moved the middle ground into the right, because they now realize how crazy it is to be on the left side.
Yeah, absolutely. Trump said that this stems from, quote, radical left Democrats constantly demonizing law enforcement, end quote.
Well, if we remember the BLM movement, they were trying to remove cops, saying that they were all racists and all this kind of stuff, and it's just, it's not
aging well. Yeah.
It's really not.
And then Vance said, quote, "These horrendous killings must serve as a wake-up call to the far left that their rhetoric about ICE has consequences."
Yeah.
End quote.
If they want to, if they're so worried about radicalizing the right, then why do they keep attacking?
Yeah,
Stop,
absolutely.
guys.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about it. Let's air out our grievances. For the side that keeps saying that the rights and that the conservatives have too many guns and they're too dangerous, you don't see us shooting at you people.
Exactly.
You don't see us shooting at you. We're, pew-pewing at you people. It doesn't make any sense. Why are we the dangerous ones when you guys keep attacking us?
All that's dangerous about us is our words.
Yeah, because they have nothing else to fight with.
Exactly.
They can't make a valid point. That was the appeal of Charlie Kirk, is that he always won because none of the left could make a good point against him.
Exactly. And moving on, there was a shooting at a church. It was a Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints building, which happens to be our religion.
Yeah.
And this man, I know this isn't political, but it is religion, and we want to also...
Politics is kind of engraved with religion
Exactly. And so, this man, he drove his truck into the church, and then he opened fire, and then he
set fire to the building.
lit the church on fire, right? And at least right now, we know that 4 are dead. 4 people who were exercising their First
constitutional right
Amendment
to worship.
right to worship.
And it's a peaceful religion. We don't preach hatred towards anybody.
Yeah.
We don't preach any of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
At least she and I don't know the motivations, but if it was something just hating our religion, ask yourself why. Let's talk about it. Talk to some missionaries. They can answer most of your questions.
We understand we're a weird religion to most.
We're a very weird religion.
You know, I understand why a lot of people have a lot of
negative feelings.
Yeah, negative feelings because we're different, right?
But going out and attacking people isn't going to make it better.
Exactly.
Isn't going to quell your fears.
Exactly. And so
this was a completely selfish and just such a cruel thing to do to people who are just being
trying
in the church.
To go to church, you know?
And it's so sad looking back and during 2020 and seeing all the shootings that would happen at Jewish synagogues and all that kind of stuff. Religious violence has no place in America or any civilized country.
Not. That is our right.
Yeah. And there is no justification to go in and kill innocent people for any reason.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and so with that, I think we're going to end. Sorry it's kind of a short video this time, but we got to get Ethan to his interview. So
I don't want to end it on a bad note, so stay positive, guys.
Yes, absolutely.
There is light in this world. Talk to your loved ones, hug them. And if you feel unsafe somewhere, maybe it's a good thing to get out.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, all these places like a church, it's kind of sad because I don't really it's kind of making me hesitate to go to church now.
But that's not what it should do. It should make it so that you are even more strong in your faith.
Have strength in your faith, trust in God or whatever deity you believe in, and do the right thing.
Exactly.
Don't hurt others.
Exactly. And if you guys enjoyed this episode, please like and subscribe. It really helps us out. And comment something. We love reading your guys' comments. So.
Hate comments, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Let us know what you don't like.
If you disagree, tell us why you disagree.
Yeah, maybe we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
And if you guys have any ideas for our next podcast or any topics you want us to discuss, put it in the comment section. We'll consider it.
Absolutely. So, all right. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.